Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, human beings of all ages, welcome to the Vibrations with Vito podcast. I am your host, Vito. Episode 38. I feel great today. It is miserable outside, but I feel great inside. It's been a pretty decent week. Nothing to complain about. Nothing to even rave about. But, steady. That's what we like. The message of the week is don't miss out on your life trying to get it together. I saw that some random Twitter account, and I needed to see that and read that because I'm a kind of person that's always worrying about things, and I think I need to start living in the moment and appreciating the moment when they come and when they go. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. So don't miss out on your life trying to get it together, folks. So just relax. I am accompanied this week by a very, very special guest. I have known this lady my entire existence on this planet. At one point, many thought that she was my mother. That was incorrect. Now, she is a fantastic mother of two fantastic children. Folks, if you don't know who I'm talking about, help me welcome my sister, Angela DeBanco.
Hi.
Formerly known as Angelo Dugo, but shout out to my brother-in-law, Dane. How are you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. I didn't realize this is episode 38.
Yeah.
I'm 38 years old.
Oh!
So that was that's pretty good.
Boom, boom. See what Jesus wanted?
We gotta play the numbers then or something later.
We're going to have to. I've been seeing the number 7 all week. Like, a lot. 7.
Really?
So we have to
738. Let's go play those numbers.
1738. Yeah. So how do you feel right now?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Just okay?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
It's a little, crappy out today.
Yeah, very
rainy
crappy.
and a little chilly.
Yeah. Let's establish some quick groundwork. So, folks, she has a chronic cough. You might hear her coughing from time to time. No COVID. We've tested multiple times for the past few weeks. Can't get rid of it. But you feel okay. It's just
I feel okay. It's just a cough.
It's just
it won't
nagging.
Go away.
All right. Okay. Let's get right to the pour. Well, first we got to do some cranking. Hopefully this is a one and done kind of thing. I do want to. Thank you. Hopefully we could do this one and done because I know my brother-in-law, your husband, would be very happy and impressed. Well, let's see.
What if you open it on the first try?
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often. But today it looks like it's going to happen.
There you go. Pop.
Needed that. All right. This is your favorite wine or right now?
No, I like the red. The Josh is good.
Okay.
I'm not a white wine drinker. It just gives me a headache. Too much sugar. I know you like the white.
I do like both. I don't discriminate. But this one's for you. And we purchased this one. We couldn't steal from the stash that is in the Vibration Studio, which is, Anyway, put your volume up. Time for the pour.
Sounds better through the or the headphones.
Correct. That is for you.
Thank you.
I'll forever say shout out to Dina for teaching me about ASMR because that's a big part of the show now. So cheers. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Yeah, that's nice. Great way to start the day, honestly.
Let's get shit-faced at 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, Dane. Can't come home. Kids are yours today.
Only for a brief. He'll be all right. No, I'm only teasing. Okay, so let's tell the people what you do for a living. So you are would you say part-time real estate agent now?
Part-time real estate agent, probably for the last 10 years.
Okay, part-time.
Yeah, part-time.
Okay, so.
But I still do it. I make it work for, any clients of mine around my full-time job.
Right.
Which is, I guess you can call me an assistant project manager.
All right.
I do cost analysis, basically. Make sure that our projects that we have stay on budget, and I invoice our customers and make sure that we get our money.
Sounds very important.
It is. But real estate wise, I wish I could do it full time, but I like money too much, I think. So I like the full time job.
I hear you. Security, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes.
So how can somebody, let's say they are interested in selling or buying a house, how can they get in touch with you?
They can text me, call me on my cell, 215-718-6184. You can send me a message on Instagram, send me a message on Facebook, whatever.
Okay. All right.
And my Facebook is Angela Laduca DeBacco. And I think my Insta is
A DeBacco,
A DeBacco
yeah.
720.
Okay. Well, if you're watching, it'll be up here. Hopefully we got them right for the listeners.
I think so.
Okay. All
Definitely
right.
Facebook is that.
Yes. All right. So this is we gotta support if you are interested or buying a house. No offense to Jewel the Realtor. She came on the show.
She's the MVP, man.
We do love her.
I need to maybe link up with her.
You should,
She's killing it.
And she just started her own podcast, fun fact. It's called Realtor-ish. And you can find that anywhere you listen to podcasts. So once you're done listening to mine, you should go listen to hers. So shout out to Jewel. But the number one realtor in our hearts on this show, I'm sorry. It's blood, baby. There's a sign right over there that says your whole name right there.
It says my old name. It doesn't even have...
we got to get new signs, that's all.
I do have new signs. They're just hidden somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. The Vibration Studio is very large, folks. Okay. So true or false, you learned English in school.
True and false. I learned also by watching TV. So I'm the oldest of all our cousins on mommy's side.
Correct.
So being the oldest, a lot, being around all the adults who spoke Italian when we were all together, that's basically my first language that I spoke. So I had to learn English by watching TV. And then when I went to preschool, I learned basically that way.
Is there any program specifically that really helped you learn English? Do you remember anything?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. All right. Just checking.
That was a long time ago. But
That's remarkable, honestly. It's rather difficult. Do you remember it being difficult or not really? Because it was a while ago.
I don't remember it being difficult, but I do have now, difficulties with pronouncing some words. I don't know the words until it comes out, but I'm like, that's not how you say it, but English wasn't my first language. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome. And our grandmother didn't speak any English.
Correct.
So that played a big part in that as well.
And our family in Italy doesn't really speak much English.
Shout out to all of our family in Italy who probably will watch this. So shout out to everyone. We talked to Zio Giacomo earlier in the week, and he told us to tell you. He said hello, and he misses you and all that.
Hi, Zio.
He had a red tracksuit on. I was like, look at you.
Oh,
yeah,
looking fancy.
High class. Yeah, and you went to a school outside of the district, correct?
Yeah, so this is what happened.
Yeah, give me the breakdown.
Where Mommy and Papa currently reside.
Yes.
Is in Bristol Township, where we lived prior to you being born.
The good old days, right?
Which is literally across the street, is Pennsbury School District. So when I went to school, I was going to school in Pennsbury School District, and then the house that you live in was finished being built. We moved in April. And the school year ended in end of May, June. And somebody ratted Mommy out and said that, they didn't live in the school district anymore, that we didn't live in the school district anymore. And I literally had 3 weeks left of kindergarten and I got kicked out.
3 weeks left?
Yeah, because somebody was a hater.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
A Karen before Karen's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Full on Karen.
Wow.
Yeah, she reported us to the school district, and then mommy went to the principal's office and
Beat her ass?
No, she was angry. She said a lot of not nice choice words, but yeah.
So where did you, and then you finished the last 3 weeks at Cabrini?
Nowhere. I didn't finish anywhere. I mean, I had already I had my credit for the year, Holy moly. And then I started at Cabrini. Mommy was like, "You're done with public school. You're going to Catholic school, and that's it."
That's crazy. Yeah. 3 weeks left, folks. Stop being a hater. Didn't your mom ever tell you, don't be a tattletale? Why are you snitching on a kid going to school? Like you weren't like a thug or a drug dealer or anything like that. You were a 5-year-old. And
mommy was just like, she's got 3 weeks left. Let her finish her school.
And then we'll talk about it next year. We just won't come back. Yeah. Nope. They were like, nope. Wow, that's terrible. Yep. I hope that lady's miserable right now.
I don't know what happened to her.
Oh man, let me refill here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That's rough. So we went to the same grade school from there on out.
Yes.
So you went 1 through 8.
Yep.
I went K through 6 because it closed, and we combined it. And then we also went to the same high school as well.
Yes. Good old CEC.
That's right. Tower of Strength. Bam. Would you say you enjoyed your time in high school?
I enjoyed it as much as you can enjoy high school.
Right.
I think I enjoyed my time in grade school better because that's where most of my friends that I talk to now are where I met them and established my friendships.
Right.
I've met in high school you know how it is. It's all cliques and I wasn't like in the popular group and I wasn't in the nerdy group. I was kind of in the middle. I think you were probably more on the popular side, and Phyllis, forget it. She's social butterfly.
Miss Social,
she was like probably if she could be the class president for being popular. She was there. But I kind of was friends with everybody.
Good. That's a great thing to be.
I have some really good friends from high school, but mostly my friends from grade school. I
loved grade school because we were so connected.
Right.
Everybody was so connected. Right. Most of the people, honestly, in my grade lived in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it was like...
Same.
We took the bus together, and then we would go to school together.
Same.
Hang out together. So, yeah. Speaking of our sister Phyllis, she's in a whole nother state right now.
I know. My makeup artist is out of town, so I wasn't able to get all dolled up.
Well, you look beautiful. You're naturally beautiful. Shout out to our parents. Creating 3 beautiful children. But shout out to Phyllis. Shout out to Catherine as well. She's hanging out with her friend
Catherine.
Katarina.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm jealous because she's in a nice part of the world right now.
She's enjoying like sunny 80 plus degree weather, and we're over here
freezing
30
rain.
degrees and freezing.
She told mommy that she had 9.5 hours of sleep, and I'm like, must be nice.
The sun is doing her good there. Because here she'd probably be up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Would you say you sleep well at night?
I do now.
Yeah, now.
Although last night I was up like every hour.
Were you thinking about the podcast?
I don't know what it was. Honestly, I don't know. I was just up and I thought it was a lot later than it was. And I would look at the clock and it would be like 3 o'clock. And I'm like, oh, I still got like 5 more hours of sleep.
Right. Let's get into... how people always thought you were my mom, and I'm talking like the public. Like I have a very vivid memory. We went to CVS, and you were checking something out. Maybe we were uploading pictures or something like that, and the cashier was like, "Your son is so whatever," she said, and you were like, "I would have had to be 11."
13.
13. You were like, I would have had to be 13 when I gave birth to him. How was that annoying to you when we would go places, you and I, and people would think that?
I don't remember the CVS story. I remember, I think it was the mall. Like we went to the mall and I would push, like, even with mommy there, I would always push you in the stroller.
Yeah.
And they would be like, oh, your son is so cute. And I'm like, that's my brother.
Her son.
Her son. Thank you. But yeah, so we're 13
years apart.
13 years apart.
Yeah.
So, yes.
It was annoying.
Yes and no. I mean, I was always there to...
Always.
Because, with having the pizza shop, mommy and baba
Right.
couldn't really be there, so somebody needed to take you to sporting events or whatever, so I would take you places.
Yeah. I want to take this time to say I appreciate you for all of that. You really stepped up. Well, you kind of had to, but you stepped up, and you did play a big part in raising me, because they raised us,
Right.
all of us, but I mean, me specifically, they were working a lot, I feel like.
Yeah,
Mommy
mommy worked more with
now.
you.
Before then, than now. And you had to stay home and kind of take care of me and Phyllis. Let's be real, because Phyllis, can't take care of herself. I'm just kidding, love you, Faye. But yeah, you really were kind of like my mother. It's
I had to help out.
Right.
And at that time, I'd say I was 16, you were around 3, so when I could start driving, start taking you places. Phyllis, of course, wanted to go places, but then as you got older and then Phyllis went to college, it was mostly just you and me.
Right.
So, we hung out.
Created a great relationship.
Yes.
A nice bond.
Yes.
We have a lot of similarities, things you like, things I like.
Mm-hmm.
I credit you to a lot of the things that I now love.
Except for sports teams, one of them.
Just one. We were going to get into that.
I don't understand.
We're going to get into it. You now are a mother of 2.
I am.
So...
2 boys.
2 boys.
Shout out to Johnny and Vinny.
That's right. Vincenzo and John Anthony, 2 great kids.
Vinny Chens.
Which would you say was an easier pregnancy, or were they kind of the same?
They were both the same. Thank God. I didn't have any morning sickness, no throwing up, no nausea, no nothing.
Good.
Like the only thing was with Vincenzo, I had more heartburn.
Mm-hmm.
He killed my intestines so bad. I don't know why. Hello.
We need answers. We need answers.
But he did have a little bit more hair than Johnny when he was born, so that could be that's one of the things that they say, right. That a lot of hair. But yeah, and I think he was a little bit more active.
Vincenzo?
Mm-hmm.
In the womb?
In the womb.
Okay.
I could feel him a lot sooner.
He was ready.
Because I knew what to expect.
Right.
With Johnny, you just don't know what it's like a roller coaster.
Still to this day.
Yeah, still to this day, as a 3-year-old going on 15.
For real. Shout out to Lazy Bones. He's such a great kid, though. People are obsessed with him. Like, people that know me, they're like, oh my God, your nephew Johnny. And I'm like, yeah. But did you see the new one?
Don't forget Vinny.
Yeah, that's right. I knew you were going to be a great mother.
Well, I had good practice.
Right. Like, you really...
You were my practice.
Right.
So
it worked. It worked. So you're welcome, kids. Vincenzo and Johnny, you're welcome. I was the pre-game.
The guinea pig.
That's right. There you go. I was looking for the reference. I couldn't do it. So let's get back to the things that I kind of love. I would say, first off, we share love sports.
Yes.
I credit.
Hold on, wait. Phyllis was like, "Please don't talk about sports the whole podcast.
Yeah, we're not.
It's going to be boring."
No.
We haven't.
Yeah.
We're 10 minutes in?
Something like that.
So now you can tune out, Faye.
Right. No, don't tune out. Tune in. We didn't lose anybody. Don't worry. Would you say you got your love for sports from our father?
Yes.
Okay. And I got it from you. So you coached me and.
I did.
The sport of soccer.
I coached you. I also coached Phyllis.
Yeah, you did.
I helped coach Phyllis.
Let's talk about one specific thing. So you were there when Phyllis got her nose broke, right?
I was.
And you were on the sideline coaching.
I was the coach, yes.
And you raised hell.
I did.
Yeah, because she got fouled, right?
It was
brutal?
I don't know if it was a foul, but he called a drop ball, the ref. Let's just say it was CYO, so it was the Catholic League. So you have to be nice and respectful, whatever. But this was CYO high school league, so anybody who doesn't want to play for their high school team or don't make it, they had a league for these players. But we had a really good team.
Correct.
And the referee showed up and was talking in a different language. I don't know what it was, maybe Russian or Ukrainian.
Something like that.
But so was the other team's coach. They were talking back and forth. So I was like, so they know each other. So I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, they're conspiring.
There was conspiring. And every call, not every call, but, everything seemed to go their way. And for whatever reason, there was a drop ball type situation. And Phyllis, she's 5 foot nothing. She's the shortest person on the field. He specifically picked her, who she was behind another player. Yeah. Told the player to move.
So she could come.
Picked her.
Oh, boy.
And went up against one of their tallest. So the ball drops. The girl kicks it. Boom. Hits Phyllis right in the nose, mouth. Man. Yeah. So she goes down. She's bleeding. And my mom instinct, I guess you can say.
There you go.
Came out. And I rushed the field. And I got in the ref's face.
Good.
And I said,
Good. You don't want. If you don't have to repeat it, if you don't want to.
No, I want to, but it's like I got in his face because I was number one pissed that he picked her.
Right.
Number two, it was my sister against a girl that she shouldn't have been. She wasn't involved in the foul or whatever it was, so she shouldn't have. You don't pick. The referee shouldn't be picking who is doing the drop ball.
Yeah. So real quick, let's talk about what a drop ball is. So that's like when there's a foul or maybe an injury, and it's not supposed to be you pick two people. It's supposed to be the two people who were involved in whatever happened, and it's like a 50-50. So the ref will just drop the ball.
It's like in basketball, the tip-off.
A tip-off, correct. But nowadays they don't do that. So now they'll just if it was a foul for me, they would give you the ball and you kick it to my goalie, and then we start from the back.
Right.
So I just wanted to clear that up. So they do the drop ball, and this very tall girl versus our very short sister. She kicks it straight off her nose.
Right.
Boom. When you make a scene, what do you say to the ref?
I went up to him and I said, if her nose is broken, you're fucking dead.
Sorry, I kicked the table.
Said, and that's what I said, I'm gonna fucking kill you. That's what I said, right in his face.
Good.
And
definition of a ride or die.
And her nose is trickling, bleeding and everything, and I had to carry her off, and I was so mad. And then, of course, it got back to the CYO president at the time. I got suspended for the rest of the games, whatever. There was 2 games left.
Oh, my goodness.
I was pissed, but it was worth it. I've only been suspended. I've coached soccer and I've coached softball. And I've only been kicked out of 2 games, 1 game for each.
There you go. Good. Nice balance.
And I coached a lot of games. Correct. So I'm very impressed with myself. But this is what I learned and I learned this from, I want to say travel softball, or maybe it was just CYO softball. They said, Coach Ange, if you get mad, just start talking in Italian. Nobody will know what you're saying. Right. So you don't get kicked out. And I said, okay. So, when a bad play would happen. Right, exactly. So I just started talking in Italian or mumbling to myself, and that was it. But yeah, I was not happy that game.
I can't. Yeah, and then she did break her nose, unfortunately, but she's still beautiful. Let's put that in perspective. Our sister is very beautiful. Yes. Regardless of what her nose looks like. I'm just kidding. No, it's not even. But that was crazy. So she was probably 15, 16 maybe.
I want to say maybe 17, 18.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It was her senior year.
So I said that to say this. I loved you being my coach. I felt like you were very motivating for me, specifically on the side. You gave a lot of motivational, you would let me know what I was doing right, more so what I was doing wrong. First off, I don't know if I was doing a lot wrong anyway. I don't know if that's...
You and Cole were probably one of the better ones on our team constantly.
When we were the older grade, yes. When we were the younger grade, we had some help, but me and Cole took the reins. Mm-hmm. But you always let me know like what I was doing right more so than what I was doing wrong.
You know what I remember?
I know what you're gonna say. I was
All
gonna
right,
bring
go
it
ahead.
up.
I'll let you say it.
That picture in the book. Is that what you're talking
Yes,
about? With the duct tape? Oh my goodness. So this was I was in first grade.
I was very hard on you too.
Young. Yeah, you were very hard on me because you knew what I was capable of,
Right.
I think.
Right. So I put you, like, I held you to higher standards.
Correct. Let's not sugarcoat. I was very good. And you knew when I was very good at, so you wanted me to constantly do that because I kind of could always do that. But then sometimes my mind would get away and you would, but anyway, the ball would always seem to find my hand.
Yes.
Not that I'd run out like this, it would just always hit my hand. So there's a specific picture that we're going to post here. It's going to be right up here. And you are yelling at me to say that you're going to duct tape my hands.
Yes.
Like, to my side.
You getting
handball,
called
yeah.
for handball.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to get duct tape and duct tape your hands behind your back so you stop and you're in first grade and you're literally playing your own classmates.
Yeah.
There wasn't like other schools that you were playing.
And in the picture, I'm on the verge of crying because I'm like,
oh my God,
Angela, I don't know what to do.
I think Johnny looks like you in that picture.
He does, yeah. Yeah, he does. We'll be able to see. Excuse me.
So yes, I remember that.
You were
sorry.
No, it's okay. That team. Let's talk about that team real quick. Undefeated. Mm-hmm. We were killing everybody.
But at that point we didn't keep track.
Oh, we beat the shit. Let's say it right now. We beat the dog shit out of everybody.
Right. Everybody won. Everybody got a trophy.
Right.
Blah blah blah.
We didn't lose a single game. There was a red team, a blue team, a black team, and was it gray? Green. It was green. It was a green team. And I remember the one game specifically, we were winning so bad that you put me in goal. And I loved being goalie. I loved it. But I was like, I need to score more so than saving them. But let's let the record be known. We went undefeated. This is the Phil Jackson, if you will, of coaching in general. So you were an elite softball coach as well. I would say you were an elite soccer coach or football. Let's keep it real. Speaking of that soccer football, the United States, let's confirm that they lost the game.
Probably.
They were playing the Netherlands, and people were very hopeful that they were going to win. There was just honestly no shot. Let me not say that, because this World Cup has been the most unpredictable.
That's true. A lot of people, a lot of teams that you thought would win, lost.
Here we go. First off, the game finished 3-1 Netherlands. Dumfries scored.
All right. Forza Inter.
So Dumfries had 2 assists and a goal against the United States.
Getting in game or season shape for when he comes back, hopefully.
What he's doing is raising his price so we could sell him.
Oh, okay.
That's what we want.
All right.
Because I want Hakimi back. But that's another story.
Oh yeah. He was good.
He was amazing. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So it's football. Because every club team in the world, it doesn't say SC, it says FC, football club. Just want to put that out there. But yeah, they were very hopeful that they were going to win. The run was cool. But this World Cup...
Let's keep it real. USA had no shot.
No, they didn't.
I was kind of,
they're behind.
A little part of me was cheering for them, but no.
They're behind on the skill level.
But
few years,
there's a lot of talent from this area
for sure
on that team,
which is cool, real cool. Hershey, and some New Jersey. Yeah, this is actually really cool. Damn, I lost my thought. Time out.
Time to drink.
Speaking of the World Cup, do you have an early prediction who you think's gonna win?
I don't want Portugal to win.
Me neither. Or who? Who else do we want to win?
France?
Kinda. One more so than anyone else.
Spain?
No, why are you missing it? Brazil.
Oh, Brazil. Oh.
We can't have Brazil win because we got to stay one behind them. They have 5 World Cups. Italy has 4.
They're not going to win.
They have a really good team. They do. I could see them winning. I don't want them to win. We definitely don't want Portugal to win.
No,
definitely.
I hate Ronaldo. Such a crybaby.
Who do you think is the greatest player of all time?
The greatest player of all time?
Yeah, we're talking football/soccer.
Definitely not Ronaldo. Even though he thinks he is in his head. that I've seen play, probably Messi.
Okay.
I wasn't around for Pele or, Maradona.
Maradona. Did you read anything about Pelé?
No.
He's on end of life care as we speak today. They moved him, so
really?
It seems that he will be passing away shortly, unfortunately. So, prayers out to Pelé. He is one of the greatest players of all time. Until Messi and Ronaldo, I think he was like undoubtedly the best player ever.
Absolutely.
So shout out to him. But correct, true or false? 1994. Did you go to a World Cup game?
I did when they were here in USA.
Right. How was that? Do you remember anything from that?
Yes. It was very, very hot.
And
it was in Meadowlands.
Okay. So New Jersey,
where the Giants
boo
used to play.
Right.
Because now they have a new stadium.
So is that the stadium that Jimmy Hoffa's buried under?
Yeah, maybe. Although, I'm sure they would have found it by now.
Right.
When they knocked it down. Or did they knock it down? I don't know.
I think because it's new Meadowlands now, right?
Yeah.
Don't they say that? Okay, so yeah.
So it was very hot because it was in the summertime. I went with
our
Papa.
father.
Yep. Yeah. And
Phyllis?
No, just me.
Oh, okay.
Just because Phyllis wasn't
very
interested, and she was like 6. I was 10, so I understood it a little bit better.
Right.
And all I remember is, I don't know if it was because of the heat and I didn't drink a lot of water. I remember drinking Gatorade, and I feel so bad, but I threw up in the middle of the game.
Oh, man. On anybody?
On the guy in front of us, kind of. And then we, had to spend the rest of the game in the first aid room. But I was laying down sleeping, and Baba got really good view because the first aid was down in the first level.
So shout out to you.
So he got to get a nice bird's eye view of the whole thing for the rest of the game. But I was 10. You don't know the importance of drinking water, eating,
hydrating.
Yeah. Right. So sorry to that guy.
Yeah. That's memorable for him,
It's disgusting.
1994 World Cup game.
I'm hoping, when they come here,
we should go.
We should.
I think we should keep that tradition going. Clearly, because
they're playing at the link.
Right. That's
hopefully,
a fact already.
Italia will get their shit together and be
qualify.
In it.
Yeah, I think they will. But it is embarrassing that we weren't even in any of these games. And in a World Cup like this, too.
After winning the Euros.
After being the best team in Europe, clearly. Literally, we beat everyone that was like, oh, they're going to beat Italy. We're like, no, we're going to beat you. And then they can't even qualify for the World Cup. Is so crazy to think about. But, like I said, in this World Cup is so unpredictable. Japan beat Germany and Spain. Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia. South Korea beat Portugal. These are teams that have no business beating these teams, and they did. So who knows? Italy could have got embarrassed, or they could have been making a big run. Who knows? But yeah, so we should try to shoot for going to a World Cup game. Hopefully, Italia plays at the link. Who knows? But that would be cool either way. Do you remember the game? Who was playing? What countries were playing, or no?
It was Italia versus somebody.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we did see Italia play.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but I forget who we played against.
Okay.
I'll have to fact check.
Okay.
Ask Papa.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, but we definitely went to go see Italia.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Baggio was playing. Oh, my goodness. You saw some legends play.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. Yeah, so my love of all sports, just to be real, comes from you. Soccer specifically, you were my coach. We would watch Inter, we would watch Italia. And then let's get to hockey. You are the sole reason that I love hockey. Hockey might be my favorite sport to watch because it's so high energy. You can beat the shit out of someone whenever you want. This is a core memory, a true core memory of mine. No one can dispute it because I haven't. So I'll paint the picture for you, for all the listeners and viewers. This is 2003-2004 season. It is the Philadelphia Flyers versus the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the semifinals. This is right before you get to the championship, the Stanley Cup. It is Game 7. And it is the Flyers versus Tampa Bay. I'm looking around, Everyone is wearing orange. Everyone is hooting and hollering, clearly for the Flyers. I'm looking at the screen. I see a lightning bolt. Mind you, folks, I'm 6 years old. Maybe 6. 5, 6, for sure. I wanted to be a jerk. The basis of it. I wanted to be a jerk. So I'm like, I'm going to root for the other team because I like that lightning bolt. I'm a kid. Tampa Bay proceeded to win that game.
2-1.
She remembers specifically the score.
I think it was 2-1.
No, I think you're 100%.
Ruslan
Fedotenko scored 2 goals.
Both goals.
Yeah, for sure. He ended up playing for the Flyers later in his career, right?
He started with the Flyers first.
And then went to Tampa.
And then
back.
came back when his career was over.
Right. Wow. So, yeah, Tampa Bay won that game. They eliminated the Flyers, and they proceeded to win the Stanley Cup that year.
And he became a Tampa fan.
From then on. From 2003, we are now in 2022. So almost 20 years later, I'm still a fan. So this is how I always say, if Tampa Bay is not going to win, I want the Flyers to win. But if Tampa Bay is playing the Flyers, it's going to be Tampa Bay.
Which you went to the game the other night.
Yes.
How was that?
The seats were amazing. Shout out to Gifts from Gwen real quick. So Greg won the raffle and got 4 tickets, and we went to the game. The seats were absolutely amazing. We were directly in front, like where the Zamboni comes out. Mm-hmm. We were right there, that first,
so the
railing.
The left to the benches.
Yes, but so the goalie right on the right side of the goalie. So Carter Hart, we were right on the right side of him twice. And it was.
So you got to see the goals.
The seats were amazing. The atmosphere was great.
When they showed Stamkos when he's got the
1,000 point,
and everybody, like the whole team was on the bench and or on the ice congratulating him, and then they showed the crowd. They showed 2 Tampa fans, and I'm like watching. I'm like, are they going to show my brother because he's got to be standing cheering?
Yeah.
And they didn't, so I was a little sad.
Shout out to Ben. Ben said he saw me and Greg on TV. Were you watching the whole time?
I did not, because Dane was like, turn this garbage off after
understandable.
You were losing.
But so Ben said he saw us on TV, and Greg had his hand on his face like this, and I don't know what he said I was doing, but I stood up every goal. So Tampa Bay won 4-1. They played very well. But so I saw history, because Stamkos was the first player in franchise history to get 1,000 points. And then I thought about it. I was like, what about St. Louis? St. Louis got his 1,000th point when he was on the Rangers.
Okay.
But he also got 1,000 point.
But most of them were as Tampa.
Right. So you started that love for hockey for me. We went to countless games. We've seen...
Every time the Flyers in Tampa would play, we would go.
Here, for sure.
Yeah, because I had season tickets from, 2011 till 2020. So I had season tickets for 9 years.
That's amazing.
So every year, multiple times that Tampa was in town, I would take you.
Right, and it was a great experience. And even then, like, you're thinking, like, maybe the fans wouldn't heckle me because I was young. No, they would still heckle me.
I'm like, he's a little kid. Yeah. Please don't make me get into a fight.
Yeah, right. No, but so I've always been wearing that Lightning jersey or T-shirt at the game.
Which I bought for you.
Correct.
Multiple times.
I appreciate it.
Now I'm like, I should have not
done
that, but I got
you were very supportive.
LeCavier jersey.
And we got a LeCavier jersey signed.
Mm-hmm. I did.
When he played on the Flyers.
When he played for the Flyers, and as a season ticket holder, one of the benefits was to go meet the team.
Yeah.
And
do you remember where we met him? Because I don't think you do it the way you just said that.
Yeah, at the Flyers.
No, we met him at...
Chicken Pete's?
Yeah, Chickens and Pete's. He was eating.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm almost positive.
No, I got it signed. I took the jersey to one of the Flyers meet and greet.
No shot. I was there with you?
You're thinking of somebody...
Hank Basket.
Yeah, when you got Hank Basket's
receiver
autograph.
for the Eagles. Yeah.
But I took you to Chicken Pete's, but I don't remember why.
I thought it was for LeCavier. Jim Jackson was at Chickens and Pete's, the announcer for the Flyers. Yeah. Got him to sign
because they used to do the radio talk show every Wednesday night. So they had like a Flyers player go.
You used to take me to all those events. We would meet players. We would take pictures. I remember we took a picture with Michael Hanzus. Random.
That was at the Flyers Carnival.
Yeah. You just did so much, all that shit for me. You got me into professional wrestling. Mm-hmm. We would take me to the events when they would come here. We met, remember Triple H? high fives me, and I didn't want to wash my hand. His sweaty ass hand touched my hand.
Yep.
Yeah, we would do awesome shit like that. I think I gave you an excuse to keep being like a
kid.
Yeah, which is awesome. Would you say, who was your professional wrestler that you, in that time, your favorite professional wrestler?
Shawn Michaels.
Ooh,
The Heartbreak Kid.
My homie in Seattle, Isaiah, is gonna love that. Because I'm Stone Cold.
You're
fan,
Stone Cold.
for sure.
And I like Stone Cold, but
Right.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid.
Because he was good looking, you know?
Yeah.
Like I had a shot.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, another thing you got me into is taking care of my car. When you always drove around in a high class car. Let's keep it real. Have you ever had a piece of shit car? No, right? Never.
No.
So you were driving mommy's BMW
That was my first car.
in like 2002-ish, 2001-ish,
Yeah.
right? So here's the real side note. The very first time I remember hearing DMX was you were driving, we were in mommy's BMW, and you were, the only time I could ever sit in the front seat at this time was when you were driving. I was in the front seat, and y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. That was on the radio, and I loved it. And then I remember you were like, yeah, his name's DMX. And then later down the line, I just remembered hearing those letters, and then you had a CD burned where the first song was X Gonna Give It To You. And I was like, this is that guy Anjo told me about a few years ago. And that's where my love for him really started. So, like, I want to credit Phyllis as well because she listened to that kind of music, hip-hop, old school hip-hop. But
It was good.
For sure. When they had a message to say, and it was like, not mumbo-jumbo. But my first memory of listening to him and hearing his voice and him growling and barking was with you.
Okay.
So I have so many like
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So there you go.
I don't remember that.
I was sitting in the front seat. I probably shouldn't have been sitting in the front seat. But
Probably not.
She's an amazing mother, folks. Anyway.
Now forget it. Johnny's like, don't buckle me too tight. I'm
Yeah.
like, I have to,
Yeah.
or else the police are coming to get me.
Right.
So
But back in the day, she was still super cool. So that literally is my first memory. I'll never forget that. How Party Up came on, and I was in the front seat of the BMW. But and then, it was like a privilege for me to help you clean your car when you bought your first BMW, like in 2006 or 7. What year was it?
2006.
Boom. See, I have a good memory.
2006, 325.
Ooh, high class. All my friends were like, "Yeah, Angela got that BMW." But so like we used to clean the shit out of your car. I would do the rims. I was the quote unquote rim specialist, and you would do everything else because I didn't want to scratch the paint or anything. But I would clean your rims perfectly. So now I take so good care of my car, and I credit that to you as well.
I know. I feel bad. Like I don't have time to clean my cars anymore. But
right.
I go to the car wash and I'll vacuum it real quick. Boom, 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 and be out. But yes.
So currently, the inside of my car, absolutely spotless, smells delicious. The outside, not so much. Just because, first off, it's raining today, but I never know with this weather, like, what's going on. It's that time of the year where there's just, But so the inside of my car. Do you have a specific car freshener that you like? Anything specific?
I like the clean linen smell.
The black one? Or no, it's blue.
It's blue.
Blue.
I think it's Febreze, like one of the little things that go on the vent.
I like vanilla. The yellow one. I love that one.
See, my car right now still has the new car smell.
So
I have no air fresheners in it.
Believe it or not, people come in my car sometimes that have never been in there before, or they have, and they go, "How does this still smell like a new car?" And I'm like, "That's what it smells like to you?" I'm going on 5 years. This is 5 years. Just October was 5 years. So It still smells like a new car.
Shout out to Blue Cheese.
Shout out to Blue Cheese. Oh my goodness, I love her. But I can't imagine that. But I have the vanilla air freshener. I love it.
Yeah, I got my car in February, so it's going to be a year in February, and it still smells.
That's great. That's great. With a hint of newborn.
No, it doesn't, because I make sure their feet are clean and everything.
Right. No. So we just live a very clean lifestyle. I don't like dirt.
No.
And it seems that the only time anything gets dirty is when someone else does it.
Oh my God, I'm very OCD, and Dane will attest to this. I like having people over, but I don't like having people over because that means they make a mess. So
Always.
I'm like the person going around with the vacuum, like,
You drop something, hold on, lift your foot. No, I'm with you. Again, another thing I think I would credit to you. Like, you are very...
I learned it from Mommy.
Okay, so we got it from Mommy, yeah. Boom. Yeah, definitely.
Although now with Johnny, and I'm sure when Vincenzo is older, she's like, oh, okay, I'll just clean it later.
And then I'm like, no,
what?
Get it now.
What? When we were little, we weren't allowed in the house with our shoes.
Right.
Because...
She lets Dane do it all the time. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, as soon as I walk in, I'm like, I gotta take my shoes off.
Right.
Make sure I have my socks.
As soon as...
I hate walking barefoot.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I think if you walk around barefoot in your own house, unless your house is like really clean, but if you just,
my house is clean. I just don't like.
Put the dogs away. Put some socks on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stand walking barefoot anywhere.
Yeah. Anyone that comes into the house, they know. You gotta take your shoes over the door.
LaDuca, Mama LaDuca does not play.
Right. So when you guys leave, there's always toys all over the place after you guys leave. Instantly, as soon as you guys close that door, I start putting everything away. And Mommy's like, can't you wait a little bit? I'm like, no. I'm like, look at all these toys.
She's like, I'll get it. I was going to do it.
Now she's got patience all of a sudden. But before it was like, what's going on? But so we took that over. So the OCD thing.
Yes, I'm definitely OCD.
Yeah. But just organization-wise, I think OCD is like a very broad term. But I'd like to be organized.
Organized and clean.
Yes, that's all.
I hate it.
Dirt. Like when I pick up somebody... and then there's like a rock in my... I'm like, I always say, stomp your feet before you get in my car, please. Please. They don't listen.
Facts. Don't you have the rubber mats?
Yeah. And then, so the rubber mats, but it's like it doesn't click into anything. So anytime they move them all over the place. I'm like, don't you see it? Just put your feet down.
Right. Why are you moving the mat?
They're terrible. Oh man, they got it. I just want to give you a quick little cheers. I love you.
Cheers, love you too.
I appreciate you.
My firstborn that I didn't give birth to.
For sure. Let's talk about this. It is officially Christmas time. This is the first episode in the month of December. So decorations are up. The trees are up. Mm-hmm. How do you feel? Santa Claus is approaching.
I know. We went to go see Santa last night.
Really?
Shout out to Santa Scott.
Oh, the one is that
the
one who has naughty or nice
He's
on
got tattoos that say naughty and nice.
Talk about dedication. I love that guy.
We went to go see him at the Fairless Hills Garden Center.
Boom.
Johnny was still not a fan, so we had to... Well,
really?
our plan was to take a picture anyway with the boys, because we did when Johnny was little, when he was first born. He was like a month old when we went to go see Santa then. But, with Vincenzo, we wanted to make sure we got a family photo with Santa.
And Johnny didn't like it?
Johnny was like, Dada, I want you in the picture. So we did the four of us, and then Santa was behind us. And then we did one where Santa held Vincenzo, just the two of them.
Nice.
And he couldn't get him to laugh or anything. It looks like a deer in headlights. He's like...
He's always like that, I feel like. Unless he's smiling. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And then we did one where Johnny sat in the chair, and then Santa and Vincenzo were behind them. So...
Was he smiling?
We got him... Yeah, we got him to smile. He said cheese with a really fake smile.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But we went to go see Santa.
That's got to be intimidating for a kid, not going to lie. Like, to be like... You've heard about Santa... He's 3, so he's heard about Santa probably for the last year, where he can like actually understand Santa Claus, and then you're like, this is him. You know what I mean? That's got to be a lot, very overwhelming.
But he was fine with the Easter Bunny when we went,
which is weird because he's creepy.
Right. So I don't know why this time around he got like freaked out.
Yeah.
Again, last year was the same thing.
Next year, I think he'll be all right.
Maybe next year. Next year, probably Vincenzo will be freaking out.
Probably.
But, we went to go see Santa last night. The tree has been up since last week. We decorated it last Sunday, and since last Sunday we've been telling Johnny, stop touching the tree, stop touching the ornaments. Santa is watching. He doesn't listen.
No.
We keep telling him that he's going to be on the bad list, but he's like, no, but I'm a good boy.
You got to start acting like one.
Right.
Lazy bones.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
Come on, Johnny. Santa's watching.
I definitely want to get him on the pod again. And you could sit over there and then have him sit right here.
I think he'll be fine. Like
Me
I don't
too.
even think I'll need to be here. He'll just sit here and hold
just
the
chat it up.
conversation
Right.
with you.
Do you think he would want to wear the headphones? Because, like, they won't fit him. Do you think I could get away with him not wearing them and I'm wearing them?
Probably.
I hope so.
We'll
But
see.
that would be great. 'Cause unfortunately, the last time, his mic didn't work.
Yeah.
I couldn't, so, like...
But
he
you can
was-
still hear him pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. That episode was great. That was lovely.
So going to see Santa reminded me of, and when I first got here, I went in your room to go, because I remember taking you as a gift for Mommy and Papa.
To
It
go
was the
see
three
Santa.
of us, because Phyllis was probably back from school or somewhere.
We're going to put a picture of that exact
And we went to go see Santa, and this was a time where me could take a little kid to the mall, and
probably no car seat.
and Phyllis, who looked like a little kid too.
Right.
It's like, nowadays you go to the store and I'm like constantly looking. I mean, I don't take the kids to the store anyway, but I'm constantly looking around because you hear about people like abducting kids left and right. So
then it was.
it
you didn't
blows
have
my
to,
mind.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry
You didn't
about
have to
it.
worry about it back then. I'm sure
Now-
there were creepers around.
Right. But now it's all at the forefront. Everything is on the news. People are just like sick in the head. That's all.
So I'm like constantly scared. Like when I take the kids anywhere, I'm like, nope.
Especially because you got two good-looking boys. So like people are.
Thank you.
People, you did a great job. Shout out to Dane too.
I guess.
You
Shout out.
sicko. But so that picture of Santa. I had really blonde, curly hair.
Yes.
That is the longest my hair's been until, honestly, right now.
I like it, though. I like it. Just can you trim this, please? You got to see your handsome face.
Time out. You are the only person that tells me that I need to cut my hair. I mean, my beard, excuse me. Like, you want it off.
I want it shaved down.
This is a good length for me.
No.
Look, I struggle with my physical appearance. I'm going to be real.
Why? You're a handsome fella.
That's fine.
And I'm not just saying that because you're my brother.
You probably are.
No.
Anyway.
There's some ugly motherfuckers. And you're not one of them.
The fact that I can grow a nice beard, first off, I didn't know I could do that. The fact that I can grow a nice beard, I want to hold on to that.
See,
go ahead.
Dane he lets it grow out sometimes, but then when he shaves it down, like when it's just a little
stub,
he looks very handsome. And I think you'll look very handsome too. I'm not saying take it off completely, just shave it down.
But when I do shave it down to the length where I'm coming, you still saying like, oh, you should have gone a little lower.
Right, because I don't like this. Like, I
just
don't
my
like
chin?
Yeah, the chin is disgusting.
I think it makes me look more like a grown man, and I like that. But so, man, back to the hair. It is certainly the longest I have gone. I think this is my 5th straight haircut with him not touching a single inch of my hair on the top of my head.
And this was because Greg said let it grow out?
Part of it. Greg's been saying that. But I also, I know that I'm going to be bald.
Shout out to
Unfortunately.
Papa.
Shout out to Papa and all his brothers and my mom's brothers.
Actually, yeah, they say that
It's
your
mother.
hairline is your mother's brothers.
Yeah.
And
they're all bald.
You got no shot.
I don't have any shot, unfortunately. So a good way to compensate, God bless me with facial hair. So I'm going to let it rock.
Okay.
But so that's kind of part here. And my barber said it looks like it suits me better, the longer hair. Mm-hmm. And I go, yeah, it's just a lot. He goes, you know what you're not used to? You wake up and your hair's a little messed up. And I go, yeah.
Yeah, because it's usually you just roll out of bed and you can...
I never had to brush it or do anything. It was always lined up exactly how I wanted it to, the perfect length. And now it's like I actually have to when I take these headphones off, there's always an impression in my hair, and it sticks up in the back.
Mine, I'll probably have one too.
But you're beautiful anyway.
Got a lot of hair.
You do have a lot of hair. Back to the Michael Hanzus thing. You guys had the same
I know,
length
we
hair.
had there was a lot of hair in that picture. I
Was so
remember
funny.
it.
I hope we
remember
can
it.
find that picture. I'll post that on here too.
I think I have it.
That would be
at
great
my
if you could
house.
send it to me.
Yes.
But so you guys really had the same length hair. But yeah, so the facial hair thing, you used to say Nana used to tell me to shave it. I don't remember her ever telling me to shave it. Nana wanted me to be the greatest person that I could be.
Well, of course.
And I think she knew that I liked my facial hair. So.
She said, "Levadillo."
Levadillo. I don't remember if you could post it, or if you could.
I don't have it on video.
Exactly, so it didn't happen.
Okay. So I'm lying.
Yeah. So besides that picture, that Christmas picture with my blonde curly hair, this is the longest it's been since the pandemic. Honestly, I don't even think.
Well, when you were 1 year old, you had a
long hair,
real long. Because we have a superstition, us Italians. We have so many, but one of them is you can't cut a baby's hair until after they turn 1.
Really?
So that's why you had.
Did you follow it?
Well, yeah. Johnny barely had any hair.
Okay.
And Vincenzo, I don't think he's gonna, unless he grows hair overnight.
So I hope he doesn't get the La Duca side of the hair. That'll be a shame. He'll be bald by he's 11.
Well, it'll be my brother, so it's all for you.
It's all up to me.
Keep that hair. Keep that hair.
Michelle, I'm sorry.
But yeah, Johnny didn't have hair for the first 2 years. Remember? And then we finally got it cut when he was around 2.5 years old, and then that's when things went to shit. And he's a terrible 3 now.
Yeah. No, he missed the terrible 2s.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, every
3s.
person that I've spoken to, it's the 3. And I'm like, when does it get better? They're like, when they're 5. And I'm like, 2 more years.
He's just too
Give
smart.
Give me some wine.
Cheers, for real. He's too smart for his own good. For real, he'll be he just knows, how to speak. Literally how to speak.
He's very intelligent.
Very. And I think, would you say maybe the iPhone/iPads are a part of it? Because, he knows how to operate it.
He does.
You go ahead.
But I think it's, when he grew up, we had great help from family. So he was born 3 months prior to the pandemic starting. Crazy. So after that, he was basically isolated with me and Dane for about 3 months because we didn't let, it'll take a little bit more. We didn't let anybody near because we didn't know. And I'm like, he has no immunity. Right. We don't know what COVID is and how it's going to affect the kids because they were like, oh, it's deadly. You see people dying left and right. So we didn't let anybody near him. So it was all basically FaceTime. We would FaceTime everybody so they could see him, or through the window, or on a nice day, Mommy and Phyllis would come home, or come over, and we would go for a walk and be socially distanced and all that. So I think he just saw us and how we maneuvered using the phone, and he just got it. Yeah. And then he had Dane's Aunt Sue, and Mommy and my father-in-law come and watch him, and he just is very observant. He watches one thing,
or hear you say one thing,
and it's it's ingrained into his brain. Right. So he's very smart. And Vincenzo now,
it's the same.
We're starting to realize, when we call my in-laws, and he sees my mother-in-law, his face lights up. Yeah. So he's his eyes are working. He's starting to realize he sees the on FaceTime and stuff like that. But they see us on the phone and how we maneuver, and Johnny, my phone will be locked. He goes, "Mommy, it's locked. Unlock it, please."
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So he knows.
The one time he had Phyllis's phone, and the volume was all the way off. He didn't know how to raise it, but he found a solution. He knows the music app on Apple Music. Yes. He clicked on Apple Music and then slid the bar all the way across.
He does that on my iPad.
Boom, he figured it out. We were like, this kid. Mm-hmm. How did he?
I was like, boom. Me and Dane saw him do it one of the first times, and I was like,
yeah, genius. Super genius. So think about how when I was a kid, Nintendo 64 was the newest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then PlayStation 1.
And then the Wii.
Yeah, well, you're skipping ahead a little bit, but
Okay.
yeah, PlayStation 2 then Xbox 360, then the Wii. I think the Wii was before, like, maybe PlayStation 3, probably around there. But the Wii was crazy. We were like, this is the crazy. Technology's crazy. And now the kid can see his grandfather just from the click of a button.
Right.
We could be in Italia.
Thank God.
Right. No, that's what I'm... So it's like, I think their intelligence is rising. But, you know, it had to be tough to be a pandemic baby, you know? Because I think the Easter, maybe the Easter after he was born, we were so far away from each other, but we were on your patio in the front. It was just like you were all the way over there.
Yeah, because that was like the first holiday. And,
Reckless. Just a side note, when I was very young, one of my favorite activities to do was watch you play PlayStation 2. We beat
Grand Theft Auto.
Vice City, the whole campaign, the whole missions. I gave you just constant support. I would be like your eyes, like on the side. You'd be like, no, he's on the right. And it was electric to watch you play and beat the game. Because anytime I played the game, I wasn't good. I was still too young. But
and then we would listen to the same couple songs because it's like Lil Wayne, go DJ.
That's my DJ. Go DJ. That's my DJ.
And
Rihanna, so hard. Yeah, so hard.
And Pitbull. Wasn't Pitbull one of them too?
Which one? Oh shit.
I don't know, but whatever one.
Two games we played. Midnight Club 3, the racing game, and then Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And then you would like kind of teach me when we would play the sports games. You're like, oh no, left is shoot or whatever, something like that. But the Pitbull one, it was I can't think. Oh, what was it?
We'll have to Google it.
We will. But the Midnight Club 3, that game was crazy.
Yeah.
That kind of solidified my love for cars and nice cars. Tinted windows, all because of you, by the way. Tinted windows, but I did something different. You don't have your windshield tinted. No. You never had your windshield tinted. Police, if you're listening, don't pull me over. I'm just a regular civilian. I just don't want to be seen until I get out of the car. So I had my windshield tinted, but the dark tint on the sides came from you.
Yeah, I can't drive a car without tint.
Yeah, I don't want to be in a fishbowl.
I literally, when I got my recent car, I got it on a Tuesday, and by Wednesday, I had it
tinted.
tinted.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I got my car on Halloween, and the next day, got it tinted. And then I waited like a year maybe, and then I did the windshield.
But the Cadillac that I had before, the Acura, I picked it up at the dealer, and literally from the dealer drove it to
the dealership.
The dealership.
Excuse me. Sorry.
The tint place. I'm not gonna shout them out because
they did you dirty.
No, there's no free publicity.
Oh, correct. I thought they did you dirty.
No. They did me right.
Okay,
so
good.
I literally drove off the lot and went up the street and got my windows tinted because I was like, I can't do this.
Good.
Yeah.
And another thing, you never got your taillights tinted, right?
No.
See, I did that too.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to...
You're the rebel.
Yeah. I didn't like the red because my car is blue and black completely. So I was like, the red taillights, let's make them like a darker...
Inte colors.
Forza Inte.
Always.
To the Frigolino family specifically, Forza Inte. Siamo noi, I campioni d'Italia siamo noi. Anyway, that whole organization.
Shout out to Pina.
Yeah, Pina's great.
I'm a little upset you didn't come see me and the baby last week.
Yeah, it was late by the time we got done and all that stuff.
Well,
and they have a long drive home. It made sense. But we will get together.
Next time,
Vincenzo
sure. is waiting to meet you.
For sure. We'll see them soon. Their club is scandalous. Let's talk about
cheaters.
A bunch of cheaters. Potential of getting relegated, which means like imagine if the Sixers
should permanently be
they should just not exist.
Yeah.
They should just get rid of the whole
knowing
team.
them, they'll probably try and move to the MLS or something.
Something like that. Yeah, they're
so they can make
bunch of cheaters.
Yeah.
Bunch of cheaters. They wear black and white for a reason. They pay off the referees, you know what I mean?
Zebras.
Yeah. So part of my friendship, but fuck Juventus. Back to the Christmas thing. To get things in order, would you say you feel happier around this season? Specifically now that you have children. No?
Dane will say I'm the Grinch, and you guys used to call me the Grinch.
Side note, we used to have a blow up the Grinch and Max on our front lawn, and we used to say, let's put Angela up. I don't know why we said that, honestly, because like you're not like a grouchy person.
But also, I was also referred to as Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. So okay,
Oscar
so then I stand
and the
correct.
Grinch. I don't know why, but
I stand corrected. Clearly, she was grouchy.
Dane does call me the Grinch sometimes, only because listen, I have 2 kids. Okay, they have tons of toys.
They don't need any more.
They don't need any more because I have no room. I need a bigger house. Okay, so if anybody's selling their house and they want to, me to buy it, please call me. I need a bigger house just for my kids' toys. It's ridiculous. But like Christmas time, I'm like, Dane, we have to limit the amount of toys that everybody's going to be buying for them because my in-laws buy a lot of toys.
We buy toys.
You guys buy a lot of toys. And I'm like,
everybody.
I get like anxiety because I'm like, I don't have the room for it. So right now we moved all Johnny's toys into his room.
Which is great. For your living room sake.
So like our family room / living room is completely empty. It's just there's the chairs for the baby to sit in and a play mat for him to lay and roll around. Good. So right now I'm like, this is great. But then I go into Johnny's room and it's like, oh my God, there's so many toys. Right. So we limit everybody to 1 toy. Like if you're going to get each kid a toy, 1 toy.
So that's a good transition because I started my Christmas shopping yesterday.
Okay.
And I got most of it done.
Okay, good job. I haven't started. Actually, that's a lie.
I don't know what to get the kids.
Okay.
I don't want to get them toys because they have so much. But I also don't want to get them like clothes because
they're kids.
Yeah,
and that's what Dane's like. They're kids. What are you, the Grinch? Like, what are you gonna have them buy? But Johnny does get excited over clothes,
right?
Which is weird
specifically
for a 3-year-old.
Yeah, like something specific. The last time I saw him, he got the stuff I got him for his birthday, that Spider-Man thing.
The pants are still a little big,
right?
But the shirt fits him good.
Perfectly. Yeah, I saw.
He's
shirt.
Weird. He's got your built when you were a little kid.
Yeah,
he's very skinny.
Correct.
But if you need ideas, I will.
Off camera, we should do that. Yeah.
But Vincenzo, he's a kid, like a little baby. He's 4 months. He's gonna be 5 months old. I have no idea what to get him.
Yeah.
Like, here's some chew toys.
And then we'll see what's...
Not dogs, not pet chew toys. But here's, because he's putting his whole hand, like, oh my God, his hands are so dry, he puts his whole hand in his mouth.
For sure.
And then he starts gagging. No wonder.
What we're going to see with Santa Claus is going to get him and Johnny. Hopefully, they were both on the nice list, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. I'm a very plan-ahead kind of person. So I wanted to get all the shopping done. I don't know what to get our father at this moment. I'm already done with Phyllis. I'm done with you. I know what to get Dane. I haven't done it yet. I don't know what to get the kids though. I really don't. I don't.
And then if you ask mommy, she says nothing.
Yeah,
I asked her.
I already got it. I already got it.
I asked her yesterday or the day before.
I don't need nothing. I just need good health and my kids to be happy. That's all she says. And I'm like, no, I need to get
I asked her the other day what to get Papa. She's like, nothing. He doesn't need anything.
You know what he said? He goes, if you can put retirement in a box, give it to me. And I said, all right, I will. Shout out to Vincenzo one time. If you're listening to this podcast and you're in the New Jersey area, you should definitely go to our Father's Pizza Shop.
You forgot the sponsor.
I was going to do it.
Okay.
This is the perfect time to do it. So if you're in the New Jersey area specifically, go to our Father's Pizza Shop, the Vito's Pizza. Are you really? Mm-hmm. Good. The number is 609-393-2155. That is DeVito's Pizza in Trenton, New Jersey. You're going to see a gentleman who looks like me with just a little bit less hair. He is a handsome fella. He was on episode, I think, 27 or 28. I don't remember. I think it's 28. But shout out to my dad. Our dad, excuse me. Vincenzo, you are a great human. Keep doing your thing. DeVito's Pizza.
Best pizza man I know.
That's right. That's right. And I need to check the number. I think I know it. 718-859-1501, but I'm going to just check.
Oh, for Dio Binos.
Yeah, hold on.
Shout out to La Duca Pizza.
Yeah, hold on. I just want to confirm.
We'll see them all next week.
For real.
At Salvador's wedding.
I'm so good. I'm so good. So, this show is officially been sponsored by Loduca Pizza in Brooklyn, New York. I almost said New Jersey. The wine is starting to get to my brain.
They did have one in New Jersey.
In Somerton?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
They had one there, yeah.
Do you remember when we went there? Mm-hmm. Do you remember anything specific about it? Mm-hmm. I do.
No. What?
I had to ride in the trunk. Do you remember that?
You had to ride in the trunk?
I was in the trunk.
Why?
I don't know. I was in the trunk.
What car?
The Tucson. I don't remember. I remember being in the trunk going to Ziopino's shop. Who was there that I had to go in the trunk?
Mommy.
Papa. You, and Phyllis, and then
Nonna?
Maybe. And then I was in the trunk. I do remember being in the trunk. Anyway. Shout out to Loduca Pizza in Brooklyn, New York. The address is 14 Newkirk Plaza. And the zip code is 11226. The phone number, I got it right the first time.
718.
Yeah, I was about to say 817. 718-859-1501. Again, 718-859-1501. Shout out to everybody at Loduca Pizza.
See you next week.
We will see you next week. I got my suit. I feel amazing about it. It fits me perfectly. Shout out to my homie Mondo at Soup Mart in Ox Valley Mall. Mondo, Mando. I have known him since I was in high school. But he said he has been in the mall since 2000.
Really?
Crazy. Him specifically.
Well, I can't really attest to it because when I go to the mall, I may go into the stores that you need to go and get out.
Me too.
And when Phyllis says, "Do you want to go shopping with me?"
No.
Sorry,
no.
I love you, but the answer is no because that involves a 2-hour process.
Phyllis will walk into Home Depot and be like, I could do that. Like she's a window shopper, but she wants to buy everything instead of just looking around.
Yes.
So don't go shopping with Phyllis. You'll be there for 3 hours. So Mondo got me right. Like he was like, he did for the same day alterations. He was like, put the suit on. This one's a little bigger. He was like, your left arm is slightly longer than your right arm. He was like, so if we go up one size, it compensates. So like he got me right. I told him what I wanted to look like, what color. What?
What's the color, or is it going to be a surprise? It can be a surprise.
It should be a surprise.
You should just show the picture next
week.
Wait,
actually, I got to it with Pina. She said a green, and she said olive green, but it's an emerald green.
Is it like the? Well, no.
It's kind of like Eagles green.
Is it like the suit that Dane had for Vincenzo's christening, or
kinda?
A little bit.
A little.
Because his
brighter.
was a little bit darker.
Yeah, a little brighter.
And then I had the emerald green.
But then he had cream, right? Like a cream tie.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. So I got a green suit, an emerald green. Okay. I look phenomenal. It's a 3-piece suit.
Nice.
Yeah, amazing.
Well, Dane was supposed to wear.
He didn't wear the vest.
But he didn't wear the vest because he's like, it doesn't work.
So Mondo at Soup Mart. Go to Soup Mart at Oxford Valley. I told him I would shout him out, and he said that he would tell people about the podcast. So that's great.
There you go. You should just leave your cards there.
I'm gonna. So fun fact, I just got I got business cards made for a specific reason. Yeah. There's a new logo. Shout out to Gianna Cubero. She is our cousin's cousin. Mm-hmm. So she's not related to us specifically, but she is a graphic designer. She's in school for graphic designing.
Oh, so she did the cards?
She did the logo and the card. Did you guys
link up at Thanksgiving?
We did.
Nice.
Yeah. We were talking about what she does, why she's going to school, and I was like, well, could you do something for me in the podcast? And she was like, yeah, well, what would you like? So I told her like very broad of what I would like, and the logo itself, she made that up.
Awesome.
And she did a great job.
Shout out, G.
Yeah, for real. I'm gonna plug her Instagram real quick. I just want the exact username because she deserves it. But she killed it. She did a great job.
So she's our cousin's daughter.
Right. There you go.
So they're and you were talking with Bina last week how we're related. So they're not. It's not their cousin. It's because we're cousins
with her mom.
With her mom first removed, and I got a whole lesson from Dane's cousin.
Oh boy,
because he's really into like the whole family tree
ancestry kind of thing.
Yes, so it's we're cousins with Josephine,
Ferranti.
Yes. So like say Josephine Ferranti.
Shout out to JoJo.
And all them.
Yeah.
Her cousin on her mom's side, they're first cousin, like they're like blood cousins, and then her daughter Gianna is first removed. If that makes sense, because
it does.
It would be like if you have a kid and Johnny will be cousins, and then down the line Johnny has a baby. They'll be first removed.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So there's a whole lesson. So we're, I think, with Bina,
third or
second cousins, technically.
Yeah, I think that's what we said on the show. But I like the background. The background to.
Yeah, I don't know if that's all right. Sorry if I should.
We're definitely first cousins with her mom, though.
First cousins removed.
Removed.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So back to Gianna real quick.
Yeah.
Her Instagram. You should, if you need anything, you need a logo created, you want a business card made, you want any graphic design, period. She is who you should be contacting. Her Instagram is her name, GIANNACUBERO, Gianna Cubero. She amazing. So the new logo. Amazing.
It's fire.
Yes, that's right. So I got these business cards made because I was supposed to meet Michael Vick yesterday.
I know, so sad.
Just
delayed. It's just delayed.
Just delayed. So this next Friday coming up, I will be meeting him. And the whole purpose of the cards made were the possibility of getting him to come on the pod. So
that would be awesome.
So stay tuned.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. If I could get Michael Vick into this studio, just know that I am.
Or even like a video call or something.
Anything, yeah. But if he were to come here specifically, oh my goodness, oh my god, the vibrations would be astounding. So shout out to Gianna. Thank you for the logo. Thank you for the business card. So I'm gonna start passing them cards out because I have like 250.
You should.
Yeah, amazing.
Leave some at Suit Mart.
I'm gonna leave some there. There's some at Aroso.
Okay.
I went there last night to eat before I went to Philly. So shout out to Aroso. The number is 215-295-1311 in Farrell's Hills, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Dave. Shout out to Mr. V. But yeah, before I went to Amir's house last night, so I had like 5 cards on me. I gave them to Dave, and Dave put them in the front. So shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave.
That's right. But yeah, I just. This pod is something that I do want to grow. I want it to be. I have a vision of what I want it to be, and I'm going to keep working until I get it to be that. I generally love doing it. It seems that people like me doing it, and that's a big thing.
Because you're a people person.
So that's a problem I think I have learned about myself.
It's not a problem. It's
a people pleaser is a problem.
Right. You just, you're good with people. All like in general. So like I know you wanted to do real estate or like something where you interact with people
Correct.
on an everyday basis would be a perfect job for you.
I agree. I find it easy to interact with people. I tend to find like a comfortable spot in a conversation. Like I know how to make people feel comfortable. Yeah, I don't know. Like real estate, I think I would excel in it. It's just I said it with Jewel, I think, on here, that when I failed that test that last time,
it was deflating.
Yes, because in school and in everything, I never failed tests.
It's hard. It's a hard test.
And it's just hard to accept failure. And I want to say I accepted it, but it really, like you said, deflating. Because I felt that last time I took it, I felt so prepared. I was like, this is it. I'm going to start my quote-unquote career.
Did you pass the state?
I missed that one by 1, and I missed the national
general?
test by 3.
Okay.
Same that last time. I missed the state one by 1. I missed the state one by 1, and the national by 3 that last time. And I was just I was so close.
So you should have just went back.
I should have.
And because you probably would have passed.
Maybe. But the way my...
Don't start thinking like that.
I don't want to get negative, but the way I operate is if things don't go according to plan, I start to panic.
You'll be fine. I think you need to focus. I know you don't want to hear it.
Go ahead.
But
say it.
Go back to school.
What am I going to school for?
I don't know.
Good question.
What do you have passion for?
Everything I have passion for, it seems like I can't do anything with in the real world. I'm not gonna get into all that, but I don't know if I could make like a full-time job out of the things that I genuinely am passionate about. Like when I wanted to do journalism, I was very passionate about that. But then I started looking into like what I could do with that journalism degree. Limited. I was always a good writer. I think I always felt like I could make like words come to life kind of thing. And like you said, I'm a people person, but it's just like when I had communication as my major for a little bit. And my problem is I was just like, during the class, I was like, how is this going to incorporate into like what I'm actually going to be doing? So then I'd be just like dejected from the class.
Or even like a sports broadcaster.
Oh, how do you get into that now without being a professional athlete? Like it's always now it's like
now,
they give those jobs to the people who used to do it for a living.
And that's not fair.
There's no like Skip Baylesses anymore. They want athletes.
You go to school for it, get into that field, and your knowledge might be a little bit more than
someone who. I hear you.
But
I hear you. We'll see. Like I always want. I'm not.
You always get mad when we bring up school, but like I didn't go to school. Like I didn't get a college degree.
I was just gonna say
I didn't get a college degree.
I used to hold myself to you. I'd be like, well, Angela didn't go to school. Look how well she's doing.
But I knew people.
I don't know anybody.
I got the jobs that I've had.
Sorry.
The jobs that I've had are because of people I know. Like the job that I currently have, it's because I coached his daughter in softball.
I'm gonna pour up a little bit. Do you want a little more?
I'll take a little bit more. You don't have to be cheap.
I don't have to be cheap. I pay for this.
I coached his daughter, and I got laid off from the mortgage company about almost 9 years ago now. Actually, 9 years ago. And I called him and I said, do you know anybody? Because I knew he owned a business and he also had like connections outside of his work. And he said, I think one of the ladies at my office are actually thinking about leaving. Fast forward, she didn't leave, but he made a position for me.
Yeah.
He's like, if you want to work here, fine. I'm like, great. I get to go to work in jeans and a hoodie if I want to. Right. And it's great. I have my own office. Nobody bothers me. I do my work. He's flexible. Like, he understands I got the kids. If I have to work from home or this and that. But it's because of who I know from the social aspect of...
So in this world, it is who you know.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But also college degree in the background. Like, look at Dane.
It's just a shame that piece of paper can dictate.
Yes.
Because, like, I think I could be... I've been applying to a lot of different jobs because I'm not happy where I'm currently at. So
and it's not because you're not a good employee.
No.
You're great with the people. Like, the older folks.
For real. And I don't think...
you have amazing patience. And you had practice.
What's crazy is I would view myself as an impatient person, but when it comes to my personal life, like impatience. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to my job currently, where I'm doing, the patience is through the roof because they all
You're
dealing have dementia.
You're dealing with basically children.
Yeah, right.
Unfortunately,
no, they all think that. That's the thing. Like they all think that they're still in their like teens. They all think that they're like 11, their mom's still living, like shit like that.
It's scary.
You definitely need patience. And it's just like, it's some days it's like so bad where I don't want, I'm like I should just quit right now because they take it. Here's a story. On the Tuesday of this week, I almost got punched in the face by a resident. In the face. He's rather tall. His body works perfectly. He walks around. He takes himself to the bathroom. Up here is the problem.
And usually
another resident had to go to the bathroom. So I'm like asking her, like establishing that like she needs to go to the bathroom. Like I wanted to hear her say it. So I'm like, so I could take her to the aide that could take her. And he got mad that I was like, he heard me talking. So like during the movie, we were showing a movie. So he yells at me. He's like, don't you have any respect? And I said his first name, and I said, relax. I was like, I'm taking this lady to the bathroom. And he heard that, and he swung at me. like actually swung full right hand. I dodged it.
Thank God for those reflexes.
But he was quick, so like he's an oddball because everyone else is like slow. He's in his 90s, but like his body works perfectly. It's just like his brain is the problem. He swung so hard and so fast. I dodged out of the way, and I was like, "Are you for real?" I said that to him, and then like his brain like kind of worked for a second, and he was like, "I did something bad." Cause like, why did he say like, "Are you for real?" Then he just like looked at me, like eyes wide open, and he wanted to say something, but he didn't say anything, and then I just wheeled that lady out of there. But like a day like that, I was so ready to quit. So back to you said I have patience. I have patience for the job only, because in my personal life, like if I say I'm gonna pick you up at 3 on the dot and you tell me at 3:15, like I'm ready. And I'm like, oh, I'm mad at you. A little impatient.
Phyllis.
Yeah, Phyllis is always late. Shout out to Phyllis. You just need to do a little better.
We love you.
We do love you. We love you forever.
But we joke around and say that for her wedding day, she needs to be ready 2 days before.
If the church service is at 1, she needs to start getting ready at 4 a.m. That's a
2
fact.
days prior.
That's a fact. Yeah, for real. Yeah, we kind of just went down a little hole, but we're gonna regroup here. I want to end with a riddle.
Okay.
This is
I'm scared about this part.
This is a segment. No, there's nothing to be scared about. You might get it. You're a very smart individual. This is a part of the show that we call Riddles with Vito. So riddles are not based on anybody's, intelligence or anything like that. It's always a play on words or something spooky or something silly. So let's go. We're going to just plow ahead. Let me take a quick little set. Riddles with Vito. What happened when the dog swallowed a watch? What happened when the dog swallowed a watch? And I'm not talking about DMX, folks. Rest in peace to the dog, DMX. But what happened when the dog swallowed a watch? What happened when the dog swallowed a watch? Anything?
No.
Nothing at all?
I'm not even drawing anything. Swallowed a
What
watch.
happened when the dog swallowed a watch?
Like last week, with the one with Bina, I knew it had something to do with the web. Like
Good.
instantly it came up like web.
I wish I had came up pointed at Vincenza because she was like, she was flapping her wings.
Shout out to Vinny Chens.
Yes. She says she's not going to come on the show because she's nervous, right? But everybody gets nervous. It is nervous. I think it's nerve-wracking because they, I guess they know it's going to be posted. Like we're going to be on YouTube, we're going to be on Apple and Spotify. But
I don't know. I
no
I'm
guesses?
drawing a blank, complete blank.
Okay, it's okay. What happened to the dog who swallowed a watch? Was it who or when he swallowed? Okay. What happened to the dog when he swallowed the watch? He got tick, 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 ticks.
See, like, I didn't even get to the watch
silly.
part. I'm thinking, like, neighborhood watch or, like, a dog watch, something like that. I don't know. I wasn't getting anything.
Okay. Well, that was good, though. That was definitely good.
Do you have any plans for the big Eagles game tomorrow? Because tomorrow is a big game against the Titans.
Yeah, they play Tennessee. We're wearing Eagles jerseys right now.
I got the defense on. I got BG.
That's right. Shout out to Brandon Graham. When I got Devontae Smith, so offense. Where did you order that jersey from?
I ordered it from Fanatics.
Boo!
Yeah, it was prior to when did I get this? I want to say I got this
right after the Super Bowl.
Before the after the Super Bowl because he made basically the most important one of the most important plays.
He had the sack and forced fumble on Tom Brady.
Sack.
Yeah, strip sack from on Tom Brady.
Shout out to BG.
That's right. Shout out to the Eagles in general. We are 10-1 on the year. We
best team in the
NFL currently. Yeah,
even though we get no respect.
No one is respecting us.
They're saying the Chiefs are better. The Bills.
Like I don't. So if at this point, who would you say is MVP? Is it Jalen?
Jalen Hurts for sure.
And like look, the numbers don't suggest it because Mahomes has better numbers. But every year, besides this year, they always do like who has the best team. Except for this year, because it's the Eagles. So they're let's do the...
We get no respect.
Yeah, they think... They still hate us because we threw snowballs at Santa Claus. But I don't understand. But we are clearly the best NFL team in the league at the moment. We are 10-1. I do think we win tomorrow.
It's going to be close.
Is it at home?
It is at home.
Nice. So shout out to the Birds. We're going to hear some Fly Eagles fly.
If we can stop Derrick Henry.
Yeah, which would be a big problem.
Although I have him on one of my fantasy teams.
So
part of me is like, get some points. But also part of me is like, no, because I want the Eagles to win.
So let's do this. Let's compensate. Let's say he gets over 100 yards and he scores a touchdown.
But the Eagles win.
But the Eagles win. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy. Mm-hmm. So let's do that. And also, if you would like, did the trade deadline finish in your fantasy?
I think so.
I was going to say, would you like to facilitate a wonderful trade for
a running back?
Phyllis, yeah.
She texted me. She's like, "Do you want to drop one of your running backs?"
She's trying to conspire.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't do that. It's going to be too obvious if I drop somebody
and you pick them up instantly. Yeah. So I said, so Phyllis and I are on
co-owners.
Yeah, co-owners.
Which Dane is not going to allow next year. Just saying.
I mean, how can he not allow it though?
He's going to make you be your own. Either
then I'll win the league. Then I'll win the league.
So get in.
I will. I've took a 5-year hiatus. Was it 5 years?
Not even a couple years.
3 years. I think 3
years.
You
lost in the final, and you're like, I'm done.
Yeah, because the way I lost was bullshit. But I always have a great team when I do it, and it's just like something like 1 week or something. It's just very deflating. Again, to use your word, deflating. But so I've been co-owning Phyllis's teams and like helping Phyllis progress. And our team is currently in second place. We have a great team. Mm-hmm. And so she was like, "You think Angel will trade?" I was like, "I think the trade deadline's over." Anyway.
It's sad her tight end did not get her
0
any
points.
I think he got knocked out in like the second quarter or something.
Crazy, yeah.
So he ended up with 0
and our
points.
the backup, who is normally the starter, he's coming off an injury.
Yeah, there's
that chronic cough.
He's questionable.
Yeah, so we couldn't start him to take the chance. But I mean, Knox had 0 points. So anyone who has Knox from the Bills, I'm sorry to hear that. But hopefully we're gonna take home the prize. Next year I will put my hat in. I'll have my own team. Sorry, Faye, you're gonna have to be on your own there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she'll be all right. She'll text one of her male friends, I'm sure. But I just want to say one more time, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. You've had almost everybody on now. You just need Mommy.
Yeah.
Which that would be a great episode.
It will be a great episode.
And Dane.
Yeah, Dane, we have to keep on the down low, apparently, because he's like an FBI agent, so we don't want to...
He thinks he's way more important than he is.
He was like saying like what we could say and what we can't say. I'm like, dude, who do you think you are, Men in Black?
He works for the CIA.
Yeah, he does. No, he has a very important job. He works
Shout out to my baby daddy.
Yeah.
I guess I'll keep him around.
Shout out to Dane though, his entire family. Shout out to everybody. No, I did have a great time. It's always a great time being with you in general. But this was good to introduce you to the folks. I hope you had a good time.
I know you had Phyllis on before me, but yeah. I also had the baby right after.
You didn't want to come on for a while. That was why. And I understood. Like you were, I understood. But you don't make it sound like I didn't want to have you on.
No, you kept saying, so when are you coming on? And then I was like, how about...
Blah, blah, blah.
I reached out to you and you're like, whoa, like you sent me the mind blown emoji, I think.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that you wanted to come on. Yeah. I want to shout out everyone who watches the show, supports the show.
Yeah, I like watching on YouTube, because I like seeing the people. Like like I know Phyllis listens usually on the way
to work,
right? And then she'll send me a text like, "Did you hear the podcast?" And I'm like, "No," because I like to watch on YouTube. Yeah, like even like I have 2 screens at work, so I'll put one on, and then I'll have it like in the background or whatever, or I'll pause it. just because I like to see the people's faces.
I think podcasts you're supposed to watch them. I do understand why people just listen, and I appreciate everybody who just listens, but watching them is different. You get to see the mannerisms,
right?
The face to the voice,
like
you know what I mean?
When the squad's on, clearly I know what they look like,
right.
But I still like to see how they're acting. And
yeah.
then like you had Bina on last week, and I'm like, and then you had Alyssa and everybody.
Yeah,
Papa, Papa, I couldn't wait to watch because I knew he was nervous. So I was like,
this morning
I couldn't wait to see how he was like sitting and acting.
This morning he was like, Angela's nervous. I was like, why are you acting like you weren't nervous?
Yeah, right.
And he said, I was nervous because I don't speak the language. And I was like, I mean, I understand, but everybody's nervous.
Speak the language.
It sounded just like him. The thing about my dad is
I don't talk like that. Why you make fun of me?
Yeah, and he sounds just like that. We know how he sounds. So, Papa, if you're right now, he's a little upset, but we love you so much. We appreciate you very much. I'm just saying because we're making fun of him.
Because we're making fun of him.
We're mocking him.
Oh, don't mock me. We love you.
We do love you. So, folks, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Tell your friends, tell your barber, tell your hairdresser, tell any coworker you have, your family member. We would appreciate it. So,
subscribe.
That's right. That's all I got to say. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Love you.
Ciao for now.